How did I end up with a village in the end? Well, it all started with a simple question. What would happen if I was actually nice to the villagers? Usually when I find a village, I steal their food, kill their security guard, kick their cat, loot their valuables, lock the villagers in a trading prison, and sometimes I trap them near an undead creature just so I can profit off their fear. But not this time. I can't steal, grief, or kill anyone in the village, including the golem. For the next 100 days, it's my job to protect the village. I am now one of them. But it didn't go as I expected. After checking my surroundings, I collect logs from a tree, then quickly upgrade to stone tools. Okay, so I need food and I need wool so I can make a bed so I don't have to deal with nighttime. And there goes basically all my food. There is a sulfur cave. And the sun's going down. Okay, that'll work. After a good night's sleep, I head outside to look for food. Instead, I found a skeleton under a nearby tree. I climb on top of a nearby hill to look at my new home. I'm now responsible for taking care of this village and those who live here. But before I do, I wanted to show the village I was a productive citizen. So I cut down trees, kill animals, and collect cobble. Okay, see, now I would normally take this food and use it for myself, but I am not going to steal from this village. I don't want to steal a villager's bed, so I'm going to make my own bed. I decide it's time to ask the citizens of this village an important question. Okay guys, raise your hand if you're against me being the mayor. Running unopposed, it was a unanimous vote. I am now mayor of this village. Awesome, looking forward to working with you. These guys are celebrating me being mayor. So I'm gonna put my bed here and this will be my little home. So my first act as mayor is to name the village. So there's a guy I trust in here. All right, this guy looks really trustworthy. Hey man, I don't want to show favoritism, but out of the entire village, I trust you the most. So what should I name this village? Now that I'm officially the mayor of it was time to get to work. I'm not a farmer, so I'm not doing crops. As the mayor, I'll establish some auto farms, which will take lots of iron. My plan for the city was something like this. But first, I needed to survive. I spent a couple days in some nearby caves and collect copper, coal, and tons of iron. I found a cave with dripstone, so I collected a bunch in case I'd need them later. I also found lots of redstone and then found a very large iron vein. So there's iron all around me. I'm thinking this is an actual iron vein to where it kind of just goes forever. See, look, I just did this randomly. I just hit this and there's another piece of iron. And then there's another one. This is a real vein. This is just gonna go on forever. Oh look, it's even a full block. Then I found a skeleton guarding some diamonds. I made sure to collect enough diamonds to make sure the trip was worth it. I smelted just enough iron to make a bucket, then used that bucket to smelt the rest with lava. I had enough resources to make a diamond chestplate, diamond tools, and a sword. Of course, I had plenty of iron to complete my armor. It was time to build a safe village. Wanting to start with a brand new town square, I flattened the nearby area. I was making good progress, but didn't realize I was right next to a cave entrance. Okay, so there must be a cave nearby. I continued to flatten and fill, hoping no more hostile mobs would interfere with my work. I also began to flatten a nearby hill, which gave me a lot of extra dirt to raise the town square to an even level. After collecting plenty of cobble, it was time to create the center of the village. I decided that the villagers would want the center of their town to have a water well. Then my progress was interrupted by the most annoying mobs in the game. Oh look, it's the free leather delivery man. After collecting more wood, I built trading pavilions for the villagers. Unlike a normal trading hall, these villagers will be free to come and go as they please. Okay, the job blocks will go right here. Using lava, I smelted a stack of copper so I could add lanterns. After taking down lots of trees, I planted a bunch of saplings closer to the build. Alright, I'm going to take water out of the old well and use it to start our new well. My shovel's about to break. Okay, I think that's too high. Let's take it down by 1. Okay, so now we have an infinite water source in the middle of the new town. Then I defended the new town from a pillager. After crafting a new shovel and unloading my stuff into a chest, I begin to make path outlines where the town hall auto farms should be. After finishing all the path boundaries, I stacked up high to double check. Now that everything is correct, it's time to build the farms. I create obsidian and mine it for another portal. Everything was going great until I made a critical mistake. Eventually, I collect enough obsidian for a portal. Actually eating my last piece of food right now. I start collecting food, then realized I could make cooked food. After smelting gold to craft a nether safe helmet, I head to the nether. I spend all day mining through netherrack and collect quartz. Okay, that's a chunk of quartz right there. This guy's trapped on this ledge. Oops. After playing catch with some gas, I call it a day. On day 17, I spend the entire day collecting lots of sand to smelt into glass. I wanted my first farm to be something I could trade but also provide myself food if needed, so I built an auto chicken farm. I usually add lava to make auto cooked chicken, but since villagers only buy raw, I opted for this design instead. Now I just need to add a couple chickens to the farm. So this is how it works. I'm going to breed a bunch of chickens right here. They're going to lay eggs in this hopper. It's going to pass to this hopper, which means it's going to fire it through the dispenser into a place with hardly any room, which is in here. They're going to grow up and get suffocated and die. And so then the dead chicken will end up in this chest. It was time to build a lava generator. Okay, I'm gonna feed these guys again. Oh, we already got lava. Okay, let's use this to smelt some cobble into stone, so we can put stone floors here. Okay, while that's smelting, I think I can make a stone cutter. Yes. I spend the rest of the day mining cobble in the portal room. On day 20, I add a flint station. You're gonna put your shovel in your offhand like this. Of course, you can only do this in Java. Put your gravel in this other hand. Oh, I just heard a chicken. There we go. First chicken, and hopefully a lot more. Let's feed these guys. Then I remove dirt from the rest of the farm area. After adding bricked stone to the floor, I smelt copper and create a clay generation station of my own design. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I can just put this dirt out here like this. Then take this bottle of water, and I can just keep replenishing from this water here and making this mud. And actually, it's pretty fast. And then you simply shovel that off. And then I'm going to put it over here in this drying area. And you can see up here at the top, it's already starting to dry out. So then I break this and then I sell it to a villager. I end the day with feeding the chickens. 3 pillagers asked me if they could invade the village. I politely answered, no thank you. So far they're killing themselves. There we go. They did give me this ominous bottle, but I'm supposed to protect the village, so there's no way I could trigger a raid. I start digging out the next farm section. It was time to make the pumpkin melon generator. I don't want to make it too large, but also want it to produce enough drops to sell to the farmer. So I'm going 3 levels high just to be safe. Eventually, this structure will have walls and a roof. The big issue right now is I have no watermelon seeds and no pumpkin seeds. And I bred the chickens. I want to sell dye to the shepherds, so I build a tall flower duplicator. While I'm at it, I'll also build a connected wheat generator. Both of these machines will be powered by bone meal. This piston, when it comes out, it lets a little bit of light in. Bone meal grows the wheat, and then the lack of light harvests the wheat. The wheat and the flour go to the same system down here. Wanting to sell wool to the shepherds, I built a very simple wool farm. In the past, these have been the most productive farms. So I forgot about this. I need a power rail on this end and a power rail on that end, and I am out of gold. Remembering gold near the portal, I went to the Nether to collect it. Then I bred the chickens. The next day, I supplied the wool farm with 2 sheep. Okay, so I'm in the classic Minecraft scenario. I need bone meal so I can power this wheat machine, so I can use that wheat to breed these sheep, so those sheep can produce wool, so I can sell those wool for emeralds and so on. Okay, the sun's going down. I think I'm far enough away from the village where I can fight some mobs without the villagers being in danger, and I'm getting these pumpkins. Knowing I need lots of bone meal, throughout the night I search for skeletons and of course find more mobs than I was looking for. 3 skeletons. Okay, I did not get as many bones as I wanted to, but this will have to do for now. Okay, I'm gonna breed these sheep and I'm gonna go get some for the other side over here. I'm gonna call it done on the chickens, so I went ahead and sealed it up with cobble here, and right now we've got about half stack. Okay, so these pumpkins we found earlier, let's get the seeds out. It was time to build the main boarding house. Prestigious villagers who have a shop on town square can stay here in this convenient location. To get a good supply of logs, I spent most of day 29 cutting down trees, but I also made lots of beds due to the productive sheep farm. I also collect clay, smelt it to bricks in the furnace, and craft pots for the boarding house. Okay, so this is the boarding house. This is how it turned out. I try to keep it in the same style as their village. Just go in here. It's really simple. It's just really for their beds, just so they can sleep. So you got a place for beds here, here. Same thing upstairs. Hey, excuse me, would you like to be one of the founding fathers of a brand new village? I knew exactly what his silence meant. It meant he loved the idea, was willing to happily come with me, and also wanted to be my new best friend. Alright, looks like he's claimed this composter right here, so we're good. Back at the original village, I was asking around for another volunteer. After an eager villager jumped into my boat, I brought him to his new home. Okay, so we've got 2 villagers. We just need to breed them and build up this city. Soon after placing looms near the wool farm, I also placed fletching tables and stone cutters. Here I'm going to do cleric stands, but I do not have any blaze rods yet, so that's going to have to be blank for now. Okay, just checking on the farms real quick. We've got not even a stack of chicken yet, so this one's really not doing good. Over here, the pumpkins. Okay, not too bad, almost 2 stacks. This is definitely the best farm we have going right now. I don't even have that much sheep up there. If I can max out those sheep, then we can have a lot of wool to sell to the shepherds. Okay, this guy's sleeping here. And where's that other guy going? He's over here. I spend the morning watching the pumpkin farm. Then I head to the nether to find a fortress. Although I need blaze rods for the cleric stand, I also end up finding a source of bone meal. Oh, dried gas right there. After finally finding a fortress, I collect blaze rods. I placed the cleric stands and the rest of the job blocks. Then I stacked up to see the village progress. Using the bone meal from the nether, I generated wheat. After feeding the sheep, I crafted the rest into bread for the villagers. Then I relocated the village bell to our new town. Finally, we had a new citizen of Huh. Hopefully, we'll have a lot more soon. Wanting a more consistent supply of bone meal and other items, I decide to build a mob farm. In preparation for the build, I collect lots of cobble. I spend the next few days alternating between building the mob farm, collecting cobble, and building the mob farm. I could have built a multi-level farm, but decided to keep it simple this time. After breeding the sheep, it's time to test the mob farm. Okay, I've literally only been here 10 seconds. Okay, so I'm gonna say this is pretty good. So it's not quite noon in the day yet, and I am getting a lot more mobs now. So during the day is a lot better. Okay, he grew up. We've got a shepherd. Okay, white. Okay. Here we go. Thanks to the mob farm, I have tons of bone meal now. Alright, I get some food. Okay, so this guy buys melons. We really need to find some melons somewhere. We get a discount. After cutting down more trees, I finish the sheep farm. I design it so it's almost a perfect match to the other building. In the morning, I notice more baby villagers. Then I decide to finish the pumpkin farm. Alright, so my original junk is still out here. Since it has the furnace, I'm going to move it to the same building that has the lava generator. It was time to finish the town square. I complete the walls and roof of the final farm. The buildings were looking good, but I was getting confused about which one was which, so I added some item frames. After that, I decide the town square needs some lawn maintenance. I remove weeds and extra dirt. In the morning, I stack up high to admire the town. I notice more baby villagers and more villager breeding. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. Okay, I actually got lucky here. This guy sells melons. Well, melon seeds. So, I don't know how many I can get. Do 12. In the morning, it was clear the village was growing. I decided to spend the day at the mob farm to collect more resources for trading. I attempt to upgrade as many villagers as possible. Okay, this was so much easier when I had an iron farm. It's gonna take a lot of emeralds. This guy just upgraded to purchase pumpkins. By day 56, I realized I was not gonna upgrade the tool, weapon, or armor guy unless I had lots of iron. So I returned to the caves and spent 2 days mining, and I found a lot of iron. It was going great until this happened. Okay, that was stupid. Now supplied with iron, I'm able to upgrade the villagers. They don't have awesome enchantments, but at least I have full diamond armor with weapons and tools. This gear isn't perfect, but it is better than what I had. Now that I have better gear, it's time to upgrade this village. I spend the day working on an entire neighborhood of villager homes. Each home is designed to hold 2 villagers. The next day, I add roofs and include 2 beds in each house. Then I add job blocks, doors, torches, windows, and other details. So I added this whole neighborhood in the back. Each house will hold 2 villagers, got 2 beds and 2 job blocks. I spend many days collecting cobble, cutting down trees, shearing leaves, adding and removing dirt to flatten the ground, giving bread to the villagers, and of course, building houses. Finally, the town of Huh had over 200 villagers. The citizens are happy and safe. But after this, I still have plans for the villagers in the end. On day 96, I bought some ender pearls, crafted Eyes of Ender, searched for the stronghold, and quickly found it. While my ghast was hydrating, which I named Happy, I fought and killed the dragon. With the help of Happy, I was able to get an elytra and also loot an inn city. Nice. Then I spent a little time collecting in-city blocks. After building a portal to the stronghold, I asked for 2 brave volunteers. Not only did I survive past 100 days helping the villagers, but I even built a village in the end. Craft well, be creative, and remember, you have value.